What's up guys, it's React Jesus, and today I want to make a video about actually what I'm going to do tomorrow. And so I want to get you guys excited for this because it's a huge new technology, and I think the sooner that we get ourselves familiar with OpenAI, the bigger impact we can create in our careers and our future. Now what's so beautiful nowadays is a lot of businesses are creating these APIs, and what their whole purpose of building the API is so that other people can in their projects use that API to create an impact in people's lives. And so where we come in, if you're joining this channel, is we're the ones that are making this software for the future. We're building these projects, we're getting people inspired, and we're creating things that actually solve real world issues. And Chat GPT is just such a powerful technology on doing this. So here's what the layout's gonna look like for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're gonna basically build an app. It's gonna have a front end interface in React, and the React is gonna look just like a kind of like a maybe we'll do an iPhone text messaging. So it's gonna look like you're texting an iPhone, something similar. And we'll use Twin Macro, and we'll also use React Router DOM if we choose to add some navigation. We'll play that part by ear, but we're basically gonna build a nice looking chat UI, right? And so then the next part is we're gonna actually set up a backend in Node.js and Express. So we're gonna set that up, and what that's gonna do is we're gonna make one route, and that route is for making API calls to OpenAI's API. So we'll look at how the API works and all of those things, and we'll actually integrate it here in the backend. And so we'll have our React chat app, and we'll have our backend that makes API calls to Chat OpenAI's API. And we're gonna use the Chat GPT 3.5 turbo model, which you get a free trial in the beginning, but then after that, it costs 0.00, maybe another 0.02 cents for 1,000 tokens, which, you know, that could be around 3 or 4 or 5 requests actually. So it's really affordable. And so when you're just doing it as a developer on your own, it's next to nothing in price. And then if you actually begin to really like this stuff and build a project out, then you know you can charge your customers very little, and then that will cover the cost, and maybe you can make some profit even from your app. So that's what we'll be looking into. So the backend, like I was saying, is going to make these API calls, and then the API is going to have a route set up that's going to connect to the React app. And so in the React app, we're just going to use a simple fetch. We'll probably wrap the fetch in a request function just to make it a little easier to use, so we can use the request function instead of the fetch. But the request function is just using fetch and then doing a little extra work. I'll show you how that looks. I'll maybe even make another tutorial. Let me know in the comments if you want about how to make a really solid request function that you can use for all your API requests for your app to make things easier for you. So we'll do that, and then we'll, last but not least, create a hook called Use OpenAI. And what Use OpenAI is going to do is it's going to have an array of responses that we can map out. So that will be so that we can have the chat interface. So it'll have a thing called a function that it will return called generate, and then it will also have a thing called the responses. And so we'll be able to then map the responses. So that's going to be the chat feed, and then we'll have a generate function which takes in a prompt and then sends that prompt up to the backend. The backend hits the API in OpenAI, returns a response. That response goes to the OpenAI hook. We'll add the response to the list, and then it will show up in the text messages. So we could also add like a little loading indicator, which would be pretty cool. Like, you know, those 3 chat bubbles on iPhone, if you have iPhone, like they're typing, we can do something like that. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. So the goal is definitely going to be to have a really good looking user interface, but also have a really effective and, you know, catch errors and just an error-free application where you can chat with Chat GPT. And then the last thing we'll do is deploy it on Netlify and Heroku, and that might be in another video. That might be on the next day, Sunday, is where we'll actually deploy the app. And then what you'll be able to do is actually download the app onto your phone, if you have iPhone, onto the home screen, and you can show all your friends like, hey, I made my own chat app. You can call it Your Name GPT, or you can call it, I might call mine Tim AI, you know, Tim A. So something like that. So then you'll be able to do that, show it. You can put it on your portfolio website, everything like that. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned. Tomorrow is going to be the first day, the main day, and then the second day we'll have a quick tutorial on how to get that thing up on the air, up in the internet, and just like that, we'll be eating. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited, and don't forget to comment below any ideas of future projects, ideas, anything that in my past videos or this video inspires you. I'd love to hear about it so that we can take action on that and improve our development journey. My whole point of being here is I have a lot of experience and a lot of opportunity where I work to be able to create these types of content and help people accelerate their development journey so they can get paid, get a career, and all of that type of stuff. So if that sounds interesting, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.